Hey guys, Happy New Year. Welcome to my channel if you've not been here before. If you have been with me before, welcome back. Thanks for coming back to listen to your January 2020 readings. These are for the general collective, so please keep in mind that they may not resonate with everyone, but please, like always, take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't. I also recommend that if you do know your moon and rising sign, you can listen to those videos as well, as some people may resonate equally, if not more so, than their other placements besides their sun sign. Some people will find little nuggets of wisdom in all three readings, maybe only one, but at any rate, you will know where to apply it. And again, it is for the general collective. I don't know which way these readings are going to go until we get started. Each sign will obviously have a different flavor for the overall month of January. I also wanted to mention that I am having a discount for the month of January on the birth chart astrology consultation readings. They are going to be 20% off for the whole month of January by using the code BIRTHCHART at checkout, and birth chart's one word. If you do utilize the code, you don't have to actually book the reading for the month of January. You just have to purchase it in January, but you can always book it out a little further in advance. As long as you purchase it in January, you will receive the discount. It will expire on midnight, January 31st. All right. Thank you again for being here. Thank you for all of your love and support. If you do like these videos, please subscribe by clicking the link below, and be sure to share and comment. And also visit my website and sign up for my newsletter, lisasalvatore.com. Again, the links are below to my Instagram and my Facebook and all of that. Let's get started. Hi Aries, this is your reading for the month of January 2020. This is going to be for Aries sun, moon, and or rising sign. Please keep in mind that these are for the general collective, so you may not resonate with everything that I'm saying, but if you do resonate, please take it with you, and if you don't, just leave it. Also, these are going to be general, so I don't know what's going to come up for you, Aries. We're just kind of going to go with it and see where it takes us. Okay. Before I even get started, I just want to say that I'm feeling like a lot of male energy. I feel Aries folks have recently, when I say recently, like within the last 6 weeks, somebody watching this has lost somebody significant to them, a central male figure like a dad or a father or grandfather, potentially an uncle, but it's an older gentleman. And I just want you to know, they just want you to know that they're around you strongly and that they hear you, and that I feel like you've spoken to them about a situation that was going on in your life and that is still going on in your life currently, Aries, and they were giving you advice, or they were listening, or they were like your sounding board, and you're feeling really like lost and sad and stuck, because it's almost like you're like, oh, but they were helping me and now they're not around. But please know that they are with you and that you can continue to talk to them, and that they will show you little signs and synchronicities as you move along. You just have to be open to it. But they do hear you. I just want to say that. Somebody watching needs to hear that, because I feel like they lost somebody significant within the last 6 weeks, like a father or grandfather figure. Again, this could be for more than one Aries that's watching this. All right, let's get started. Aries, sun, moon, rising. What does Spirit want you to know for January 2020? Aries. Oops. Sometimes that happens. They just kind of jump on out. So I'm going to take exactly what came out here. Yeah. Okay. Wow, Aries. Okay. So, I'm going to be honest. I'm getting like a very sobering feeling here. Not really terrible, but this seems to be based on like your current mindset for the month of January. Like, it feels like the past 5 weeks or so have been particularly trying for Aries, for the Aries that are watching this. There's been some, like, things were feeling pretty good. I think you were feeling fulfilled for the most part. Things were kind of going along. And then you reach this impasse, and it seems like, again, I keep getting this feeling of loss, like you lost a central
figure, person. Now, if you didn't physically lose them, like through death, let's just say, then you lost them through like the ending of of an important relationship. This doesn't feel, I mean, this could be romantic, but I'm kind of getting more of a vibe of like a counselor. So it's more of like a relationship that was very important for your growth, and now it's like it's gone for some reason. So you're struggling a bit with trying to pick up the pieces of that and move forward in a positive way. And what's being asked of you for this month, Aries, is to cut through all the nonsense. And this may sound harsh, but this is just how I'm getting it. To cut through the nonsense and process the ending for what it is, and look at the lessons that have been learned from it, and look at the positive sides to it, rather than wallowing in the sadness of it, or the part that you feel like maybe you didn't get a closure that you were hoping to get. Obviously, if this is through a physical death, it's going to feel a little bit different. But trying to process the ending in a more constructive manner would actually lead you to some happiness here. So this is something that I feel could take a little bit of time for you, Aries, to really get back into the groove of things, of life, of, it kind of rocked you. But there's nothing here that's showing it to be like a very, which is interesting. It's almost like an expected ending, but yet it's still conflicting for you. That's the first thing that I'm getting. But the main message is cutting through the nonsense, cutting through all the BS to get to to process the ending. That's what I feel. And I really feel like this has a lot to do with family, a family member, a person that is extremely important to your overall growth and well-being, because it just keeps coming up to me as like someone related, blood related, I feel, or if not by blood, marriage or whatever. But there's something about it's family here, and feeling very stressed about not having that person to talk to anymore. And again, it goes back to what I was getting before we laid the cards out. This feels like a physical death. Okay. So being compassionate with yourself, being kind to yourself, I would even suggest therapy. Traditional therapy could help with this, to process the emotion surrounding it, because it feels like before the ending happened, you were more just kind of viewing the connection on a mental level, whereas now that it's not there anymore for whatever the reason, whether it's through physical death or just the severing of the relationship as it was, there's still this element now of it being more emotional. So it's like you've gone through the mental process, or at least that's where you're going to be at for this month, like getting out of the mental process of it and going more into the heart space and recognizing this, processing the ending, in order for it to help to move you forward, to build what you need to build for the rest of the year. Because there's something also here that I'm getting about building, Aries. So let me put these back and reshuffle, because let's see. Sorry, that seemed a little heavy, so I'm going to go in and see what else we've got for January for Aries. Random, but some of you could be having neck trouble, because I'm feeling like my neck is bothering me. Like it could be stress related, but that your neck is like the base of the neck under, it's very much stressed right now. So go get a massage if you need to, Aries. But it feels like there's something going on with your neck. Okay. Anything positive for Aries coming up? Let's see. The month of January for Aries. Okay. So definitely have a turn of events coming up for you, Aries, for the month of January that has to do with your financial stability. It looks really positive. It feels like you're getting what you deserve. You're getting what you've worked towards. You're getting what you've worked on. You're getting what you've been building by trusting your gut when it's been time, like knowing when it's time to act. So it feels like there's the month of January is going to bring in an opportunity for you. And it's definitely involved with your work, your financial stability and your work life. And it's all about trusting your gut to like pounce is what I'm feeling, like strike when the iron is hot. Like there's going to be that moment where you're going to know, okay, now is the time to act. And you have to trust that, because if you don't, you could lose it, because the wheel of fortune's here. So it's like fate tends to cackle when we have the wheel of fortune. So it's like, here's an opportunity. What are you going to do? And I feel like I'm saying, what are you going to do? Because this could be something that already came up once before, but you weren't, or you felt like you just weren't ready to take the chance. So you were like, I'm not ready. I need one more, certification or one more piece of advice or information in order to move it forward. But you're actually getting another opportunity here, and it's even better. So, but this time I feel like you the moment will be right, and you will know that it's time to take that leap of faith and cut. You keep getting the Queen of Swords. She's all like, no nonsense, no bullshit, cutting through all the crap to get to the bottom line. So this is what you will be doing for the month of January, Aries, in several different areas of your life, emotionally, and then also your physicality, your physical life, your work life. It could even be physical labor, but you're kind of cutting through the nonsense. And then there's healing for the month of January. I love that. And the star is also the card of Aquarius, and Aquarius starts at the end of January. So I feel like Aquarius season for you will be even more healing than Capricorn season, because currently, again, Aries, I feel like this emotional, overwhelming sadness or lack of the ending of a connection, of a relationship, of something that was helping you, or that you were leaning on this person or their advice or their wisdom, and it's not there for you anymore to do so. So there's an element of emotional healing that has to take place. But at the same time, it's gonna get even better as you move into Aquarius season. So I actually am pretty confident in saying that when we do your February reading, there's going to be a lot of positivity there, because you're moving towards. But working through the loss is extremely important. And again, whatever way this loss is, if you're watching and you're like, but that's not that big of a deal to me, maybe explore it, because it likely is a bigger deal than you're allowing yourself to acknowledge. I also feel like some of you could be, this is random, but wanting to move to like a warmer climate wherever you are. So there's something about some of the Aries that are watching this that are really contemplating just kind of like leaving things behind. Oh yeah, making a major change, a major job change, which is here. Okay, I got it. Tying this all together, I feel like I did say in the beginning, I felt like the loss of a central male figure in the lives of some of the Aries that are watching this. And I do feel like, and I felt this before and I didn't say it, but it feels like father to me. And since that passing, okay, or ending of that relationship. Now remember, because of the way I'm reading it, it's energy. So this could be somebody who has a father who has dementia, let's just say, and he's physically, he's there physically, but mentally not there. So it could even be that, it could be you're dealing with the loss of being able to have that conversation with this person, but he's still here. So I want you to keep in mind, because this is for the general collective, this could go in several different ways. You will know if this is for you. But because of this situation, because of this loss, you are wanting to make a big change, and you are going to get the opportunity to make that change. Something is going to come up. The universe has heard your call. Your ancestors, whoever's in the beyond that's watching out for you, your angels, God, whoever, has heard your call, has heard your silent cries, and they're going to help you. They're going to give you this opportunity. They're going to give you this offer so that you can move your life forward if you choose to. If you choose to, because it is a big change. It's here. We've got death. Death is always a big change and transition. I don't feel like this is, again, I'm going to say, it doesn't feel romantic to me. This feels like a father figure loss, male, somebody important here, either by physical death or just, again, the ending of the relationship. And it's like trying really hard to focus on the positives in your life right now, Aries, which seems to be in the area of your work. But I also want to say to really process the emotions surrounding this situation. What I like about this overall vibe that I'm getting is that even though it feels a little bit heavy emotionally, it's actually not feeling that heavy emotionally. Like it doesn't feel, it could even be that the ending was kind of expected or had been thought about before, or maybe even processed a little bit. But then even when it actually happened, it's still, it still is sad. But there's still something about like knowing that it's going to be okay. Knowing that no matter what, you're going to have, the sun is shining for you. And the sun and the star together like this is all about ultimate regeneration and healing, Aries. So there's going to be a lot of positivity for you. And I do feel like for some of you, you are moving quickly to a warmer climate for a job. There's like a relocation here. And it feels like it may take you a little bit of time to make the decision, like two to 4 months, I would say, because it is a big decision and it will change the course, of your life. But at the same time, there's something about this that feels like it's an adventure that's waiting to happen. It's going to cause you and force you to kind of confront some stuff, some emotional stuff that you may have been avoiding. But this is all really good. So my advice is, Aries, for January of 2020, to really allow what comes up to come up and come out. Seize the opportunities as they come in and expect them to come in, because they're going to, and you're going on an adventure. At least if if you don't start the adventure in January, because like I said, I feel like February is going to be more active for you. I feel like January is a lot of processing, but your reading is letting you know that you're primed to go through this and come out the other side in a much more healing and positive manner, and you're leaving behind what doesn't serve you. And please just know that whoever that message is for, this person's very strong around you and they do hear you. I have to say that. And it does feel like dad. I hope that this has helped you, Aries. I will be back for your February 2020 reading. Remember, if you feel like this reading resonated with you, please click the bell below and subscribe and share. Let's give you an animal spirit card, Aries. Let's just give you one more message before we go here. I feel like you need it. And there we go. Skunk spirit, know your worth. Okay, again, I feel like this is a super powerful message for this is like a medium reading here, mediumship reading, but I feel like this is a super powerful message for Aries that are specifically an Aries female that's watching this, who lost her father. He might have always said this to you: know your worth, you're worth it, you're worth it, you're worth it. I keep wanting to say that. So this is all about like owning your spunk and knowing that you're worth all of the good, you're worth all of the sunshine coming into your life, because it's like there's warmth and happiness here, but you are also meant to work through the emotions, okay? So I want to just keep reiterating that. I am going to just read the message from Skunk Spirit, because sometimes the message can be really impactful for the person watching. I used to not do that, but I've learned that it's better to do it, so. Yeah, but I feel like this message is going to resonate strongly with somebody specifically. Make sure you comment below if you feel that this resonated with you. Okay. Know your worth. What do you value? What do you believe in? Is your best, most authentic self on display? Skunk Spirit comes as a reminder that you can be proud of who you are and what you have accomplished. Know your worth. Not everyone will agree with you or share your values, but you can walk with your head high, knowing that when you express your integrity, others can feel your authenticity and they will be inspired by it. Be who you are, and if your reputation precedes you, good. You have much to be proud of, and Skunk Spirit wants you to be your best self, the true you. Not everyone will appreciate you. Many people have issues of their own to address, and you may trigger something in them, but if so, no matter. Skunk Spirit calls you to be fully yourself without apology. Now is a time for honesty and admitting that something does not sit right for you. You deserve the self-respect that comes when you courageously choose to stand up for yourself and speak your truth in love. Remember who you are and what really matters to you, and act with integrity. You will be so glad you did. Wow, Aries, this was a powerful reading for you. I mean, I feel it. I feel like a little, to me, this went in a completely different direction than I was expecting, which is fine. I always ask before I do these readings that the messages come in for the highest good. And I'm really learning that not to filter anything, because I had a situation a couple of months back, and I'm sure she may be watching this video, but I did a reading for Aries, and she actually happened to live not far from me, and she found me through YouTube randomly. And I had just been thinking, should I keep doing these readings? And she came to see me in person for a reading, and she said to me, I said, how did you find me? And she told me through YouTube, and she said, you did your Aries reading, and I was floored because it was like you were reading me, like exactly, like you spoke to me, it was my situation, and I figured I just wanted to come in and see you to get more insight. And I thought that was really awesome. It made me really happy to know that these are resonating, these are making sense, that the people that are supposed to watch these will watch them. And that's how I feel about this, because I do feel like there's a small handful of Aries that needed this message. So if you are one of them, please let me know in the comments box below. Or if you're not comfortable putting it up there publicly, you can always email me. My information's right underneath. Have a really good month, Aries. Know that you can go through whatever you need to go through and still shine, and things are going to be good. Take the opportunities. And I'll be back with you for February. Take care.